Hello and welcome to episode number 43 in this daily series where I will be making a video every day about each state in the USA. My name is Jake, I make videos about places, and this is 5 fun facts you probably didn't know about Texas. Texas, known as the Lone Star State, has a population of 29 million people and a median annual household income of $60,000 per year. The capital city is Austin and the most populated city is Houston with a population of 2.3 million people. The word Texas comes from the Caddo Indian word Tejas, meaning friend or ally. Alright, let's get into those 5 fun facts, starting with number 1. You like driving fast cars? You like going fast on the roads? You like speed? Well, you might like Texas because Texas has the fastest highway road speed in the United States. There is a 40-mile stretch of road between San Antonio and Austin, and you can go 85 miles per hour legally, which means you can probably go 90, 95, but I'm not recommending that. Speed and power, Texas style. Do you like amusement parks? If you go to amusement parks regularly, you might recognize what I'm about to talk about, and you're probably going to enjoy this little fact. The world famous amusement park of Six Flags was founded in Texas. The amusement park is famous for its crazy and thrilling roller coasters. And the name behind this park is pretty cool. Do you know why it's named Six Flags? It's named Six Flags because there were 6 different countries that ruled over the state of Texas. So each of the 6 flags of the Six Flags theme park is one of those countries. The 6 countries are Spain, France, Mexico, the Republic of Texas, the United States, and the Confederate States of America. And these 6 flags can actually be found on the back side of the seal of the state of Texas. They say everything's bigger in Texas. Well, they might have a point when they say that, because there is a ranch in Texas that is bigger than the entire state of Rhode Island. The biggest ranch in the United States. And Ford Motor Company actually named a trim for one of their pickup trucks after it. You know what it's called? It's called King Ranch. Sprawled across 825,000 acres, King Ranch is home to over 200 quarter horses and over 35,000 heads of cattle. The ranch reaches into 6 different counties and was designated as a National Historic Landmark in 1961. King Ranch is the largest ranch in the state of Texas and the largest ranch in the United States of America. The ranch is located in South Texas between Corpus Christi and Brownsville, adjacent to Kingsville. It was founded in 1853 by Captain Richard King and Gideon K. Lewis. Now, if you like big things, if you like Texas, if you like horses and ranches, why don't you hit that thumbs up? Because the only thing more fun than riding a horse on a ranch is liking one of my YouTube videos. Texas uses its own power grid, separate from the rest of the United States. There are 3 power grids in the US. One for the states east of the Rocky Mountains, one for the states between the Pacific and the Rocky Mountains, and one for Texas. The Texas power grid was established during World War II to make sure all of the Texas factories producing critical war supplies were self-sustainable. The grid is known as ERCOT, E-R-C-O-T, all caps, and it is run by Electric Reliability Council of Texas, E-R-C-O-T. It is not wholly disconnected though, and if there is a blackout, they can import power from other places. For example, Mexico, like they did during the last blackout. It is also tied to the US power grid, but the Texan grid is not under federal regulations. So it operates independently, can fend for itself, but in the case of an emergency, can borrow power from the Eastern, the Western, or even the Mexican power grid. And that's another thing about Texas being big. So big, it has its own power grid. Did you know that the greatest natural disaster in American history happened in the state of Texas? Hang on to your popcorn, I'm about to tell you all about it. The Great Galveston Hurricane of 1900 took around 6,000 to 12,000 lives with a storm surge of over 8 feet. Now, to put that into perspective, the next deadliest hurricane in U.S. history was Hurricane Katrina, which claimed 1,200 lives. So the Great Galveston Hurricane of 1900 actually killed 10 times as many people as Hurricane Katrina. Now, I'm sure most of you watching know about Hurricane Katrina. That happened over a decade ago now, but still somewhat recently. That was horrible. That was devastating. That was huge. Now, just imagine that times 10. That's how bad this one was. Crazy. But that's why it's the deadliest natural disaster in U.S. history. You know what's even more deadly than the Galveston Hurricane of 1900? Not sticking around to watch my bonus fact. I have one as per usual, and I'm about to tell you about it right now. Alright, so this is one of my favorite bonus facts. This is a weird law. This is a funny one. This is a really funny one. And I want you to smash that like button. If you even crack a smile, if you crack a smile a little bit, hit that like button. You have to. It's the rules. Those planning to commit a crime in the state of Texas are required to give the victim 24 hours notice before they do something. So if you want to rob their house, just send them a letter or an email or maybe a text or a phone call and say, hey, you know what? I'm breaking into your house. Here's my 24-hour notice. Now, obviously, this is kind of silly because it's still illegal to break into somebody's house or commit a crime. But this law was brought into effect in the hopes of lowering the crime rate. Not sure if it worked or not, but it was a good try. Now, unlike usual, not per usual, I have a second bonus fact for you. And you're going to like this one too. Here it is. It is illegal to own the Encyclopedia Britannica. And you're not going to believe why. Texas outlawed owning the encyclopedia set because a volume in it contains the recipe for making beer. Since lawmakers don't want home breweries, being caught owning the set can technically result in fines and or jail time. And while we're on the topic of beer, I might as well tell you that in LaForest, Texas, it is illegal to drink while standing up. Specifically, you may not have more than 3 sips or swallows of beer while standing. You're supposed to sit down and enjoy your adult beverage. It's not completely clear why this became a law, but maybe it's better for you to sit down. It's more relaxing, it's more enjoyable. So just, if you're in LaForest, just sit down and then drink. Don't stand. Follow the rules and don't get in trouble. All right, that is it. That is my 5 fun facts you probably didn't know about Texas. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something and I hope you enjoyed. If you're from Texas, comment down below telling me which facts you knew, which facts you didn't know. And of course, any other comments or feedback is appreciated, even the rude stuff. Come back tomorrow at 7 and see me again tomorrow for episode number 44 in this series. I'm looking forward to it. Hope you are too.